Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
Hello, hi, beautiful goddesses. Welcome in, welcome in. So, today I wanted to give some tips and some advice and some things that I have been following for myself and understanding for myself on finding a man who give the green flags and not the red flags. You know them red flags. Yes, you do, honey. So I wanted to give some advice that I have started taking on my own as well, and just things that I have experienced, honey. It took me a long time to honestly get past the wanting to be the woman who wants to change and be there and support my man through everything, even the bad times, you know, like honey, the bad times you've been there and supported your man, and you have sat there and said, you know what is wrong with me? So today I'm going to talk about healthy masculine men and the green flags that you should look for, and pay attention to those red flags because they are very, very obvious. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, number one, have a man that lifts you up, levels you up, brings the best of you out. If he is giving you support and is showing you that he is your number one cheerleader, he's doing things to show that he fully supports you, that is a green flag. That is a man who is completely comfortable in his masculinity, that he wants to see you succeed. He knows that once you succeed, you never know. That might lift you guys up together as one. And you both will be bringing in the money, buying the house that you want, getting the dream car that you want, having the kids that you want, everything. But if that man is on the way of bringing you down, and those men that when you achieve something, it's a that's nice, or I wish I could start into my dream type of thing. Trust me, I dealt with that. I dealt with that, and it is so discouraging. It is so discouraging, and it makes you not want to move forward with what you were trying to do. So, number one thing to look for is your man, even if you're in a relationship right now, you're married, is your significant other there to lift you up and be the beautiful goddess that you are meant to be? Or are they just stagnant and they just there for the ride? Pay attention to that. All right, number two, does your man have a growth mindset? Does he want to be on his own journey as well? And now, with everything going on, I've come across some men who are on a growth journey and some who are in denial. And ways you can know and see that a man is not ready for that growth mindset is they become easily triggered about anything that you might think that is not a big deal to you, as far as anything in your relationship. They get triggered easily. Their communication is really horrible. That's another sign. It is very stagnant, or they don't communicate at all. You communicate your needs to him, and nothing is being given back. That's another sign that they have wounded masculine energy. And another one, they start to project on you. Oh my gosh. I have heard so many stories from my girlfriends of just the things that they have dealt with their significant others or their boyfriends who are now ex, and just the things that they've said, or they feel like they're not the problem. Honey, run. Run as fast as you can. Those are all red flags right there. Your time is so precious to where normally, and I have come to the point where I've realized that some men show those qualities very early on, and we just be too blinded, or just we want to have that happiness so much that we just disregard it. But no, it's there, hon. It's there. It's been there. It might start off as when you guys meet, he's giving that 100% communicative. He's forcing himself to be communicative. And then slowly but surely, now he worked his way in. And he's like, okay, I can dial it back. I can dial it back to 90. Then y'all together for a minute. And he's like, all right, so I can dial it down to an 80. Girl, them red flags was like waving. They were waving. But no, honey, look, pay attention. Wounded men will always show some type of sign that they of anything. You know, it could be a triggered trauma from family, past things they have not taken the time to heal from. And it trickles down. It could be relationships that have completely destroyed their mindset on everything. So normally the signs are there. Sometimes you got those good ones that will put a facade on for so long, but you just got to pay attention. One book that I've been reading, let me see if I can get it. This book right here, Attached, it talks about anxious attachment style, avoidant attachment style, secure attachment style. Definitely a reader. Go take a look at for it, read into it. I'm telling you, it breaks down even your own attachment style and how you are, because that, you attracting those men with the red flags, it could be, what you're doing. Do you have an anxious attachment style? Do you have an avoidant attachment style? What is your attachment style, and what can you do to start working on yourself to bring good, positive, very self-aware and secure men into your life? So I went on a tangent with that one. Because that right there is, it's a lot. It's a lot. So also, healthy green flags that you can also look for when the man is on his growth journey is, I got some little notes here. If they're listening to self-help books or podcasts, or they're going to therapy, or they're changing their environment and habits, the way they're eating, the way they're drinking, or if they have good, healthy men in their life, and they're talking with them and they see, because some, like, unfortunately, in this day and age, we have a lot of men who are growing up in broken households who are dealing with trauma. So it's okay to want to encourage your significant other, if you're in a relationship, or your husband, your spouse. It's okay to encourage them to want to go, but you can't force them. They got to choose to decide to do this journey on their own. But if you come across a man, ladies, if you come across a man who is on his way to fix himself without anyone forcing him to do it, and he's wanting to change and grow on his own, keep an eye out on him. That's a keeper right there. That means he wants what's best for him and for you. All right. So, number 3, does he have good friends? And you know that saying, you are the company you keep. I think that's what it is. Anyway, um, you gotta take a look at how, the friends that he has. Does he have really good positive friends? And the reason why is because when you guys bump heads or get into those arguments or disagreements, the first thing he's going to do is he's going to go to his friends. Now, are his friends single? Do they date different women? Do they have wounded men energy? Because if they do, you already know the advice they're going to give. It's not going to be great at all. It might not even end well for y'all. But if he got good, healthy, masculine energy men in his life, and his friends are, in long-term relationships, or they're working on themselves, they don't have to be in a relationship, but they're working on themselves in their journey, then you already know that that encouragement to work things out and to keep going and to grow, that conversation is going to be good and it could work out best for you. So those are some things to look into as well. Number 4, does he believe in a higher source, or does he believe in himself? So does he believe in God, or is there any other higher power that he believes in, or does he believe in himself? Does he turn to himself when it comes to things happening in his life? Things happening in his love life. Where does he turn to? And you can ask them that. Like, even if you're out on a date, ask them, don't be aggressive with it. Please don't. Please don't. But you need to know, because if you're going to be in a relationship with this person, or if you're married already, you guys need to know if you have similar values. Are you guys equally yoked? You know, and if you're not, it is going to cause a lot of issues within your guys' relationship. So sometimes those are hard questions, but you need to ask. You need to see what's going on. All right. And number 5, does he have strong masculine energy? And does he lead the relationship? So some signs that you can see that he has strong masculine energy is when you guys are together, does he initiate? Does he initiate the dates? Does he become the problem solver when you guys have issues? Or if you come to him with the problem that you can't seem to solve, how does he take on that role? When it comes to money, when it comes to anything masculine, how does he handle that? And you can tell when he is very secure in his masculine energy. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel all warm and girly. You just want to say, you know what? I release full control. You have it. Not too much control. But you need to know, does this man, will he be able to lead in this relationship? Will he be able to protect me and guide me while I sit here and be this beautiful goddess and still support him? Those are some things that you have to look into as well. That term passenger princess, I at first I was against it, but then when you think about, as far as tapping more into your femininity and understanding being a passenger princess, you want a very strong masculine man to come into your life and be able to lift you up, support you, and be there for you, with you, next to you, everything. That is your partner. So yes, if I want to be a passenger princess, there is nothing wrong with it. It's not in a negative light. Although, you know, it has been painted in a negative light. We're not going to look at it like that. Don't look at it in that term. Look at it as, I want a strong masculine man who is secure within himself, who wants a very beautiful feminine masculine woman who is very secure within herself. You know, when I had started going through and talking about just identifying the red flags, I realized that in my relationships, in my past relationships, going into current, I was dating a lot of wounded men. And I am the type of person where I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love. And I wanted to be able to go and be like, you know what? I got him. I'll be able to fix whatever. I am not the fixer woman, okay? I cannot do that. And I had to come to terms with myself and understand that, honey, you can't change nobody. They got to want to change themselves. I started doing this journey because there were things that I realized, I'm getting to that point where I want to level up, and not only in career, in my love life, in home, person, everything. I wanted to level up, and I wanted to find somebody who was on that same level. And granted, sometimes it takes time. You gotta weed through all the bad and the good. But yeah, I came across a lot of red flags that I didn't realize were red flags until after the fact. And I am a huge communicator. I love to talk. Why do I have this channel? But I feel like the best way to even have that bonding in relationship is to communicate and express your feelings. You should be able to come together and put out on the table how you feel. Y'all are in a safe space. If you are in a relationship to where you can't be able to do that with your significant other, or they become easily triggered with certain things that you say, or they make it seem like you're the problem of why things are not getting done, then honey, it's time to take a step back, reevaluate, and eventually, not saying you should leave that person, but there are other ways that you could do. Suggest counseling, suggest, you guys doing individual counseling. But it's time to start healing yourself and protect your peace. You want to find that beautiful masculine man, it starts with here. It starts with you putting up those boundaries. There's nothing wrong with standards. There's nothing wrong with standards. Just make sure that the standards that you are setting, that you are able to meet those standards as well. I have heard and seen some beautiful ladies out there with standards that are so high that they can't meet. They can't meet them. So don't. But just take some time to reevaluate yourself. I had to do that and understand, what am I bringing to the table, and understand what I'm not going to deal with, what I'm not going to put up with. You are beautiful inside and out. Don't let nobody else tell you anything different. You are. And that perfect, wonderful person that is meant for you is going to find you and is going to love you unconditionally. Okay. So, with that being said, my affirmation for today, it kind of goes and ties into this, is choose people who choose you. And that is from your relationships with your significant other to your friendships. Choose people who are going to choose you. Enough said. Anyway, I hope you love this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and continue sharing these beautiful words. I went on a tangent today. Sometimes you just got to get it out. But thank you for coming and talking and seeing me. I might come back with some other stuff as well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.